Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me today on this very, very special day. Before I begin, I want to tell you a little bit of who I am, what I do, and why I feel the drive to focus on children's lullabies in hopes to bring attention to the growing problem our children are challenged with today, the feeling or lack of self-worth. My name is Alejandra Bustos, Miss Lala to my students, and plain Lala to those that know me. I was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco. I am 100% Mexican, but most importantly, I am 100% human, just like all of you. I grew up in the streets of East LA, facing the challenges statistically known for areas of immigrant families. As long as I can remember, I had a longing in my heart, a goal to make a difference in my life and make my parents proud. So I focused on my education, a career that someday would empower me to make a difference in people's lives, and yes, to one day buy my house. I am a proud Bruin. I graduated in 2006 from UCLA, where I discovered my passion for teaching. I had a part-time job through a program called Bruin Corps. It consisted in tutoring middle school children in math. Seeing the students' eyes once a concept was understood made me realize in my heart I wanted to be a math teacher. I felt I had the gift to reach those children that felt that nobody cared whether they learned or not. I was able to draw them in during class, and they would listen to me. They would learn from me what they couldn't manage to learn anywhere else. So I took the path, and now I've been teaching math for 14 years. On the first day of every school year, I tell the kids a little bit about my story so they know I can relate to many of the challenges they face. I let them know where I grew up and how through education I have obtained opportunities to overcome the obstacles faced every day. I want to stimulate their minds with the value an education can give them. I also share with them how I bought my first house at 23 years old. I can see the light in their eyes when they realize what an education can also do for them. I have taught mostly junior high math, but I have also taught at high schools. I love my students, and I never stop trying to empower their minds, telling them they can accomplish anything they seek. I go to work, but it does not feel like work to me. I love my job. It makes me happy, and after 14 years, it still excites me every day and every new school year. In my 14 years, I have never checked the pay stub. When other teachers ask, "Don't you care if you got paid for those extra hours you worked?" I always answer, "I don't worry about it. I know that if there was a mistake, I am sure God will pay me in another way." To know that I am making a difference in children's lives is payment enough. I am proud to be a teacher. In my heart, I know I am preparing tomorrow's leaders. The pay is just a plus. These last years, I've seen some shocking events in my classroom. I have witnessed human cruelty at its maximum. I am talking about bullying. It happens in my classroom every day. I can't even imagine in the school overall and how social media facilitates and spreads the insensitiveness in a matter of seconds. Kids are saying the meanest things, and it breaks my heart every day. Like a child. Making a comment to another over his father's death. Another making fun of someone else's grandma because she's selling pupusas on the streets. A continuous mocking of a student who has a speech impairment and no control over the situation. I can go on and on with the torture that I see among 12 through 13-year-olds. I ask myself, why? Where is the humanity that was once part of our children's lives? Where is the innocence a child is supposed to have? The compassion towards others? I see it every day, and even though I constantly find ways to pull them from what seems to be a trend of this generation, I know I cannot do enough. In a classroom where I have over 30 students with only 54 minutes to teach math, how can I implement self-worth and respect as well? It has been such a stressful situation that although I try to implement values in class, it is impossible once they step outside. I have grown to believe that their engagement and the structure of the classroom falls upon me. And I think it's me, that I'm not doing my job, that I'm not good enough. But no matter how many times I change my curriculum, how do I teach a student self-love, respect, and tolerance in between math and keeping them focused while addressing the inappropriate behavior to some and consoling the abused? How do I teach confidence to the bully and the victim? Because let's face it, a bully is one that feels worthless as well. Confident people with good values empower, not otherwise. But how do I teach a student to believe that he is intelligent and that he can make anything he wants happen? When do I even find the time to teach these life skills if I only have 54 minutes to teach a hard subject like math? How can I make a difference, not only in my classes with my students, but with students and children everywhere? How can we prevent tragedies because of the lack of self-worth children feel nowadays? Parents, I have some questions for you that I want you to think about. Did anyone ever tell you you were beautiful growing up? That you are intelligent? That you are loved? And that you are valued? If so, how many times was this said to you that you remember? Who remembers being told all these things at least one time in your life? Please raise your hand. I cannot raise my hand because I do not remember anyone ever telling me those things. I wonder sometimes, how different would I have faced the challenges during my childhood if I would have felt the confidence of hearing those words? Ask yourself, how different would your life be if these words were said to you so many times that you actually believe them? How much more successful would you be if those phrases were said to you growing up? Why don't we say these words more often to our children, to our loved ones, to ourselves? Reality is, no one is teaching us how to do this. We go to school and we learn math, English, science, history. But where are the life skill classes? The classes that teach us the respect and value ourselves and others. There aren't any, at least not for children. Sure, self-help books are by the millions, but as adults, it is not as easy to believe in oneself after being programmed with more negativity than positivity through life as kids and young adults. And so we don't hear these affirmations and positive words enough in our childhood. Therefore, we don't implement them to our children. So the lack for the self-value and self-worth to oneself continues from generation to generation. Let me share with you what broke my heart this year. This summer, we lost a student to suicide. A 5th grader, a 10-year-old, believed that he was not worth anything to continue life with us today. What did this 10-year-old face to make him believe that? Our school is community-based. We are a small school from pre-K to 8th grade, where everyone practically knows everyone. It hit us hard. The fear that tormented me during the school year was now a reality, and this shattered me, my heart, and my confidence to teach. So this upcoming year, I am taking it off from teaching to try and spread positivity, self-worth, and love to children everywhere. This is why I created Children's Lalabies. These rhymes of empowerment offer all children the words of encouragement they deserve and long to hear. I know because at one point in my life, as I know some, or maybe all of you, long to hear as well from those we love. Children before the 7th grade are more susceptible to learn self-worth and confidence than those that are older. And even though there is no age to learn self-love, the sooner we teach our children the worth they have, the sooner they learn to deal with situations like that of bullying. Did you know that according to Dr. Bruce Lipton and billionaire Don Peña, a human can start learning during the last trimester of pregnancy? Yeah. So if you're pregnant, you can already start feeding the phrases in children's lullabies to your little one and start nourishing their soul. You can begin to fill your child's heart with love, their mind with positivity, and their spirit with the belief that he or she is capable of all things. Imagine that at just a few years old, you can see the confidence in your child, the love and the respect for others. Imagine giving a child the skills necessary to prevent bullying on himself and others. Imagine a child implementing forgiveness to others and himself. We as adults have a responsibility not only to shelter and feed our children, but a responsibility to continuously remind them, no matter how irritating they can get, because let's face it, we have all been irritating kids, right? To remind them they are loved, cherished, and capable of anything. And so, if children's lullabies can help someone build courage to do great things, if children's lullabies can help children all over the world build a strong and healthy self-esteem, if children's lullabies can create a beautiful bond between parents and children, then Children's Lullabies has achieved its mission. And my ultimate goal of making a difference in the world by leaving my heart print on this planet has also been accomplished. I want to share with you the first poem in Children's Lullabies so that you can have an idea of what the book holds. I need a volunteer, please, preferably a child. Come on up. Let's give her an applause so she's not nervous. Thank you. Hi, join me here. Thank you for being brave. What's your name?
My name is Yamile.
Thank you, Yamile, for being here and volunteering for me. So this is gonna be a very easy task. I'm gonna start reading a poem and then I'm gonna get to some phrases that I need you to repeat. So I'm gonna look at you and then I'll hand you the mic so you can repeat after me. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, but this is a trick. You need to say them with a smile and you need to believe them in your heart.
Okay.
Okay, sit right here. This poem is titled, My Little Darling. My little darling, look at yourself in the mirror every day. Tell yourself the positive affirmations that you see and those that are in you. Say to yourself, I am beauty.
I am beauty.
I am strength.
I am strength.
I am intelligence.
I am intelligence.
I am focus.
I am focused.
I am dedication.
I am dedication.
I am energy.
I am energy.
I am love.
I am love.
I am greatness.
I am greatness.
I am happiness.
I am happiness.
I am gratefulness.
I am gratefulness.
Feel free, my little darling, to add to this list of affirmations as much as you want. Say them to yourself every single day to be a better you. Every single week to be great. Every single month to be confident. Every single year so that you live a phenomenal life. Thank you, Yamile. Give her an applause. She was awesome. And so, the rest of the 24 poems will continue to be life skills about self-love, confidence, courage, positivity, gratitude, manners, discipline, forgiveness, and values that can be applied to your lives. Topics that are so important that we need to remind ourselves to talk about them with our children. Let's help our children develop a healthy self-esteem to stand up against bullying and other situations that life will bring. But most importantly, to give them the courage and confidence to be able to go after what their heart desires most. You are greatness, and you can make anything you want possible. Children's Lullabies is something you must have in your life. The value it will bring to you, your family, and the children around you is infinite. Children's Lullabies, Poetry for the Soul, and Children's Lullabies, Poemas para el Alma will, number one, create a special bond within parents and children. If parents can commit to reading only one poem a day. Number 2, it will assist parents in talking to their children in an inspiring way every child needs to hear. And number 3, it will help a child believe in themselves enough to go after the endless possibilities life has to offer. And so, if Children's Lalabies is not just to be read once and then forgotten. It is a book that must be read through a lifetime, passed on to your children's children, so we can break the cycle of longing to be accepted, loved, and valued. Children's Lalabies has this value and more than what I was able to put in this presentation. It is a life lesson for us to open our hearts to the most vulnerable of humans on this universe, our children. So get yours now. You can get it here at a special price today, and it is also available for the world at Amazon. I promise you, it will enrich your life as it has mine. This is not just a book. It's a movement. Move with me so we can move together. Hashtag move together. Thank you, everyone. You could have been somewhere else, but you are here with me, and for that I am grateful. Thank you, and thank you, God. Arriba la vida. Faith.